Hello and welcome. Episode 19 of the English show. My name is Stephanie from Beltran Brito, and I am accompanied by my associate, my business partner. I just translated that directly. I said socio. Yeah, you saw what I did, right? I was like, my partner, Alexis Blanco.
What's up, Stephanie? What's up, everybody? I'm here with the world's finest, and we got a lot to talk about today. There are a lot of questions already rolling in, so I'm excited about that. Got a little bit of immigration news, a few pointers. I mean, there's just always so much to talk about.
There's always so much.
Is 1 hour enough?
Immigration is absolutely crazy.
I don't know.
Excuse the coughing. I'm coming off of a cold. Okay, so as you guys know, on the English show, same as the Spanish show, we answer your immigration questions live and for free. So really, I don't know that any other people are doing that. A clap, please. Yeah, I know you were reading my mind. And then we'll talk about some central topics in immigration, some sort of main changes and stuff. So why don't we talk a little bit about news first? H-1B lottery's here.
Let's do it. I mean, it's already here. I mean, it started, and it ends Thursday the 19th at noon. So think about it more as Wednesday.
Is that a Thursday?
I think. I could be wrong. I want to say Friday's the 13th and then Friday the 20th. So Thursday's the 19th. And the big thing there is, if you haven't done so already, get the registration in. This year there is it's truly a lottery, right? Because it's random. A bunch of names go in there and they kind of just cherry pick. But this year they have like the multiplier effect. So if you ever looked at a lottery ticket and it's there where, you know, if you buy more tickets or you add some feature, you get an additional entry almost, right? So the probability is higher. And it's based off of the wage level. And so there are 4, right, levels of wages. And the higher you are, the higher the wage, the higher the level, and therefore the higher the probability of being selected. So that's something new that they're doing this year. It's something they're also considering from off the bat is the SOC code. So the employment that you're going to take on, that role, the title of that role, there's an SOC code associated to it. This is all found with the Department of Labor and Statistics. It's all there. And you need that information up front. Last year and previous years, not to say that it's much more complicated, but there are more details to consider. And there's a salary range. And maybe for that range, it's anywhere between $50,000 and $150,000. And so it becomes, well, where do you want to land? And if you want $50,000 because that's what you can afford, okay, just the probability is a little less. And those are things to take into consideration.
And then one important key fact is, and I don't know whether this will be relevant or not, but they will only do the weighted lottery if they get too many applications. Now, every single year we've ever done this, they always get way too many applications, right? So I'm talking like the number of spots is 80,000, including the master's cap, or 85,000, excuse me. And in the past, they've had like 600,000 applicants, okay? So it's always way over. But this year, with so many changes the Trump administration has implemented, including the $100,000 fee if you're abroad, that means that there are going to be far less applicants. So the only time they'll do the weighted selection is if they don't receive enough applications. I do think they're going to receive enough applications.
I think they still. I mean, to do 1/7, 1/8, whatever it is, of the number of applications,
in the past,
number of applicants compared to the past, I doubt it would drastically drop.
I agree.
I think it'll probably be 50%. TBD.
I could agree with that.
TBD.
By the way, if you're abroad, but you have a tourist visa, there's still a way of doing the H-1B and avoiding the $100,000. But I'm talking, the lottery closes March 19th. You have to do this today. And if it is with us, you have to write in bold capital letters, I cannot wait for an appointment. I want to do H-1B lottery. I need it now. I spoke to someone today who literally, he wrote to us yesterday, spoke to him today and I had to squeeze him in because otherwise we're just not going to have time, right? As Alexis said, it's asking for more information than it did in the past. So it's taking longer than it did in the past, right? It's asking for SOC code. It's asking for level. It's things that we usually only had to do if we were selected.
Once the selection took place.
We're there.
You got to emphasize, March 19th, Thursday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay?
I mean, if I'm taking your case, it's done on March 18th.
Just in case, So
I'm not
March
doing
18th.
it on March 19th.
It's the truth. It's the truth because there's always something. There's always something last second. And guys, it's detail oriented. You have to be very specific. You can't get anything wrong.
Meticulous. Meticulous, just like Alexis.
Shh, we're trying. Here we go.
That wasn't it.
No, that's what's next.
Oh,
that's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Okay, that was a weird. Visa Bulletin for April is not yet out, but we do know that Visa Bulletin for March is still, again, really, really great for EB2 category, continues to be really great for F2A category, EB3 EB3 regular had some good movement. So really good movement. Just be cognizant of your Visa Bulletin date because there's positive movement that we continue to expect.
The theory we have is the closer this is to the end of the month, or the closer to the end of the month that the Visa Bulletin's released, the likelihood that it's better.
They have a lot of theories, these two.
These
two men that I work with.
I mean, it's kind of true. I mean, every time it comes out in the middle of the month, there's just like hardly anything there.
You're not allowed to talk about statistics today.
Oh, all right. We're not talking statistics today. We'll try again tomorrow. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully there is movement though. We're early enough in the year. I mean, we're basically halfway through the fiscal year at this point.
Correct.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens in April. If we see continuous movement, maybe an indicator that things are kind of flowing.
And it's the month of March, which is the best month of the year. Tell them why, Alexis.
For many reasons. International Women's Day.
My favorite day of the year. What else?
My grandmother's birthday.
Oh, don't start.
There's so many people in my life. My brother and my partner.
Yes. It's my birthday in March. It's a wonderful month. You really gotta learn that soundboard better. All righty, let's go to the questions.
Let's do it.
Are they gonna intro us, team?
Intro? Got an intro in English too for the questions?
I think we do, right?
All right.
Yeah, that music, that's the ending music though. They got to come up with better music for the intro, the question and answer. All righty. I'm going to go with, we're going to start off with a super chat from Yoha. I am Venezuelan. I'm still waiting for the green card interview. It has been canceled twice. Any hope the pause will be lifted soon? God, I hope so. There's no information as of yet. Now, what's helping us to have faith and like have a little hope that it will be lifted is they're continuously saying that Marco Rubio, who's Secretary of State, is continuously saying that they're opening operations with Venezuela, that they're planning on opening the embassy, that they're opening diplomatic relations and ties. So that always indicates to us if the United States is making an active, how do we say this? They're actively promoting enhancement and continuation of diplomatic ties with the home country. I'm assuming they have to lift the ban because they can't open the embassy in Venezuela. They can't improve diplomatic relations and then retain a pause on immigrant visa issuance or adjustment of status for Venezuelans. So I hope soon, especially, I bet the second they open the embassy in Caracas, they'll lift the ban.
I would think so.
It has to be. They have to go hand in hand.
I would think so. I mean, politically, you think it's the right move.
Right.
What?
I would think so. I don't have any new information, like any sort of anything upcoming, but I would hope very soon.
Yeah, it's sad that there's still no clarity, but hopefully soon.
I'm gonna start starring some for you. Okay.
There's a few TN questions, so I'm gonna kind of like pull these up, and I think it might be interesting to take on. So Alejandra Santillan asks us, hello, currently under TD, expires August 2027, I-94 date of April 2027. Filed an EB-2NIW December 2024. If I do the adjustment of status and it's eventually denied before the I-94 expires, I never used the work permit. How can I extend the I-94? Concern is if the TD visa is expiring August 2027, you're going to leave, come back. Okay, maybe they don't say anything just to get those, 4 months? But how are you going to extend the TN visa? You already showed immigrant intent the moment you filed the I-140.
Is the visa already in the passport? Is my question.
I believe so, because they're saying TD August 2027 and an I-94 of April 2027.
I think they're fine to travel on the existing visa, but I think the issuance of a new one will be an issue.
Exactly. I agree. Leave, come back, you'll probably be fine. Get the rest of the period that's available. Getting the new one, there's an argument to be had that the I-140 has already since been denied. I assume at that point, the I-45, you can withdraw it if you want, just to have a speedy closure to that case. And then you're going to have to point out all the ties to your home country, you know, Mexico or Canada, in order to establish that you do not have immigrant intent. But once you file that I-140, it's almost automatic that there is an immigrant intent.
And then much worse, the AOS. He's like, if I do AOS, I would absolutely not do AOS.
No.
Until your I-140 is approved, do not do AOS.
Exactly.
Because there's an argument to be made on the TN and the TD with your I-140, right? Well, it didn't work out, so I gave it up, whatever. The AOS is a surefire denial of a TN-TD. So don't do the AOS until you know your I-140 has been approved.
It's just not worth it. I mean, I know the idea there is the priority date and the big delays, but even if there's a 2-year delay, I think, what was it, December 2024, you're not going to hear about this case probably till the end of the year or next year. So there's no reason to file an AOS just yet.
Rather than spend your money on the AOS, if you're really pressed, spend the money on premium.
Exactly, of the I-140.
And figure that out so you can make decisions, but don't file the AOS.
Yeah. I'd wait.
Agree.
And then I wanted to just maybe move on to this one if you want to take a jab at it. Alejandro Osorio says, my TN and my wife's TD visas expire June of 2026, but my I-94 is valid until June 2027. Can we renew both visas now to obtain the 3-year visa stamps?
Yeah.
And I'd say, yeah, why not?
Why not?
You have, if you want to renew and leave and come back, go for it. You have an extended visa. Obviously, everything applies. We have to still show, you know, the job and the position, everything's there. But same process as before, get the extended 3 years. And at that point, you come in and they'll, of course, issue you a new I-94 and you'll have that set. But someone like that, usually that's the idea, to do this first, then file the I-140. Unfortunately, I-140s have been taking a long time, 2.5 years for an EB2 and IW. So I understand the frustration with it all. But you want to have that visa stamped inside always because of immigrant intent. It's all about strategy. It's not that anything is right or wrong. It's just what's best.
Look at Starred. Those are from last week.
Oh, wow.
I'm removing them now. Sorry, we had a technical difficulty.
Oh, look at that glitch.
We had a technical difficulty. See, I'm unstarring it on my end. I don't know why it's not reflecting on yours.
All right. Well, take one. I'll figure it out.
The first one should be Jessica.
All right.
Okay. So unstar until Jessica. All righty. I'll do Jessica. Asylum 2016 during I-94, TPS 21, traveled and got new I-94. Okay, traveled with TPS travel permit, I'm assuming. EB2 pending 2024. We had the asylum interview, NOID. We sent a response to the NOID and currently waiting for decisions. Should I submit AOS? Okay, you got a new I-94 with the TPS travel permit. I'm guessing that your NOID of your asylum is because you abandoned your asylum by traveling, right? Now, did you have the asylum interview after you came back on a TPS travel permit? Because if that's the case, that seems a little odd to me. And also, what's the reason for the NOID of the asylum? If you had TPS 2021, I would file the AOS. Yes, I would file concurrently the AOS, especially because you have a new I-94 based on a TPS travel permit. So your status would have been until November 7th. So you're good until May 6th. You need to file the AOS before May 6th.
All right, that was Jessica, right?
Yep. So now you're back on.
So then I'm assuming these are the new ones here. Let's take this one. So we have someone from Instagram, McBrant TP asks, what's the meaning of DA/AOS paroled in el sello del pasaporte? Thanks. Stamped in the passport. So that's basically you have an adjustment of status pending, and therefore you traveled on what is known as a travel permit. And when you are paroled back into the United States, you're paroled into the very same status in which you were on before, essentially protecting that adjustment of status. So if you depart the United States when an adjustment of status is pending and you depart without that the travel permit, you are essentially abandoning that AOS, adjustment of status. There are a couple exceptions, like traveling on an H-1B. The reason you get the parole, so when you come back in, you retain your status as pending adjustment of status applicant, and therefore everything continues. Nothing weird, nothing strange about that. You did the right thing. You protected your status and presence in the United States and your place in line and did not abandon that adjustment of status. Therefore, you did great.
I love you telling them. You did great.
They did the right thing.
All right, let's see. Suridatos from Instagram. Venezuelan Mexican NIW pending priority date July 2024. Consular interview in Ciudad de Juarez in 2026. Dude, come on. I don't know. It's the NIW is still pending. You still need to get a response. So ultimately, let's say you get a response May, June of 2026, right? Because that's sort of the times that we're waiting on or we're looking at. If it's an RFE, add a year. If it's not an RFE, if it's an immediate approval, which is our hope, then I would say if the visa bulletin continues to be good, yes, you can look at maybe appointment in Ciudad de Juarez at the end of 2026. But there's just too many variables to be able to give you a reasonable timeline.
So the truth is these cases are taking between 22 and 26 months right
That's
now.
why.
So you're looking
That's why I said June or July of this year is when you're going to get just the initial response.
Maybe even August, September.
Yeah.
And so you're thinking 2026. I'm thinking definitely 2027.
Yeah.
Good luck. I mean, it's possible, but I wouldn't even do premium. Just wait it out. You're almost there at the home stretch.
Wait.
What?
Wait.
You got details there.
How dare they? Estela. Alexis told me what happened. Yordi.
What?
Estella. Coral Gables.
Oh. Because I don't see it.
Alexis told me what happened, okay? And he's trying to steal my clients.
No.
They say, Alexis, it was so nice to meet you. Why don't you tell the people the story?
No. Listen. El placer fue mío. Just on my way home.
Él entró a la oficina.
Met some nice people.
He called me at night and he was like, hello. And I was like, is everything okay? He goes, I'm going to steal your clients. I was like, how dare you?
I can't steal what's already mine.
I have to write to Estella. Estella, I hope you guys are doing well.
Yeah, good seeing those people. Man. That was fun. Amari Pino. Hello. Do you know if the O1 visas are in pause for Venezuelan citizens? Every immigrant benefit, basically anything and everything is on pause. Can we have a few, maybe work permits that get by and have been approved? Yes, I think you've had a couple.
Mm-hmm. But non-immigrants are all paused too.
But the point is, I even feel like those should not be issued. I want them to be issued, and I want O1s to be issued. Even cases where you pay premium processing, you're paying the PM processing, and guess what? They're telling you, hold up, wait a minute, let us make a decision. When we're ready to make a decision, it is a song. Good ref, good catch. And then ask for a refund later, and maybe we'll give it to you. So if you have an O1 pending and you did not pay premium, do not pay premium. Just sit and wait. There are people discussing maybe taking this to court and doing a written mandamus. We'll see how it works for some people. Would I advise my clients to do something like that right now? Probably not. Someone else has already paid for it. Let's see how it goes for them before we decide to do that. Why? Because this is the official government stance. Those cases are taking long either way. There is discretion involved, so it does complicate it. I do like the approach of a writ of mandamus, but others are trying it out now. Let's see how it works for them. If we see it's promising, then that's an action to take.
All righty. I'm going to go with study it is. Hi, Choppy lawyers. With a pending change of status to F1, is it safe to take a domestic flight within the United States? Yeah, no problem. As long as everything was timely filed and you never had some sort of immigration history, there was no lap in the I-94, you're perfectly fine to file the change of status and take a domestic flight, excuse me.
I'm scared.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They've got our seat.
I agree. Listen, I agree. There's no reason for it to be an issue. There's no reason in the books that person should have an issue.
They pull you over, or if they stop you, hey, here's my receipt notice.
It's crazy, but we live in that world.
I would take your domestic flight. Don't go to Puerto Rico, or don't go to Alaska, or don't go to Hawaii, right?
Stay in the continental 48.
Continental, yeah.
Don't risk that part.
Yeah.
I agree. They're asking Alejo Carr, F1 OPT, lawyer LLM, did the New York bar, waiting for results. All right, congrats. I hope everything turns out well. My company will request me as a lawyer. Makes sense. $100,000, wage level 1 if I pass. But then there was the option as a law clerk, wage level 4. Better option.
But what job?
Wait, so are we doing H1B?
What
I
job
mean,
zone is the law clerk?
He's currently Alejo's currently not barred in the United States,
But in theory, he will be barred.
right?
No,
Wait.
but what job zone is a law clerk, Alejo? Job zone, law clerk. That's gotta be a lower job
But
zone.
does it require a bachelor's? Yeah.
Legal clerk. Yeah. I don't think that's gonna be a good option. I'm gonna double check for you, but look,
Maybe even paralegal.
Let's say a paralegal. Job zone for a paralegal. Paralegal and legal assistant. Yeah, that's probably the SOC code. It's a job zone 3. Job zone 3 is not going to be approved for H-1B. It's too low. It's too low. It's precisely what it is because it doesn't require the range that they typically require for education.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get through the lottery, but then your petition will be denied. Mm-hmm. I would prefer lawyer at the level 1 wage than legal assistant at the job zone 3.
Sure.
Both have high chance of denial. I'm going to be honest with you.
By the way, if you're getting like a sign-up bonus or anything like that, maybe that's something that you could add in there as part of the salary, just to help out with the level.
Yeah, like for instance, job zone range, for lawyers is a job zone 5. That's definitely good. Let's see the ONET. ONET for SOC code 231. I know we're talking like Chinese for these guys.
I'm sure a lot of people here probably have gone through this process though.
Yeah, it's if I'm between the two, I would choose the level 1 salary as a lawyer. But also to your point, well, we're hoping he does pass, right? And we don't have that issue.
Yeah. And plus, how many people you don't tend to see lawyers in the H-1B process. I know it's possible, but it's generally not a thing. And therefore, I think the odds are still in your favor, even if you're level 1, but in that position.
Yeah, I agree.
Over a level 4 in a paralegal where the education, the criteria doesn't meet the education.
Yeah, the job zone is just not going to work out for you.
Sometimes it's worth just getting in and having that one strong shot than 4 little ones and you still get in, but then at the end of the day, you don't get the result you want.
100%.
All right. Did I do that one? I think you're the next one.
Well, I stole it from you. I stole it from under you.
All right.
I was like, come here.
She's concerned. I'm
I've been dealing with H-1B all day long. So I was very just in this zone.
Let's do this.
You saw that play on words? I was in the zone.
Yeah, you're level 1 in the zone, level 4. Bob Jonah. I have a 2 million YouTube channel. So 2 million subscribers. Can I apply for an 01? Yes, you can. Call me. It's perfectly fine. We can help you out. Content creator. What'd you do to get those 2 million, man? Like, subscribe, by the way, follow us. We are also on YouTube. Shameless plug. But hey, if you enjoy what we're doing, the information that we provide, whether you watch every week or you come in once in a while, or recommend to a friend, obviously the likes and the subscribes help others learn more about us. The more popular we are, the more popular the channel gets. More information will get out there.
I love that you took his case. You took his question and you were like, plug.
Hey, what if I need an 01 one day to go to another country?
You would win.
I need this.
You would win 100%.
I need the 2 million subscribers first.
Bob Hona, by the way, I saw your later question. Our fee is less than that, so don't worry about it. I don't want to put it on the screen. I don't want to put it on the screen, but it is. Reach out. He says, I'm in. He says, if the fee is this, I'm in. And don't worry. It's pretty much good to go.
Just reach out.
Reach out.
Till you reach out.
2 million subs is a really nice content creator case.
I wonder what the content is. Interesting.
Yeah, what's the content? Now we're curious.
Yeah.
Throw it at us.
Let's go. You're trying to steal my clients in there. CF5421. Hello. Do you guys have any cases of a Venezuelan international student succeeding obtaining an OPT? I'm graduating this semester, and I worry if I might not obtain the OPT due to the travel ban. Thanks. You're already here. Apply for that OPT. I think those are one of the few exceptions where the EAD might still be issued under OPT. It's true. Technically, there is a hold on all immigration benefits, including employment authorization, but you have to try. And I don't think there's no negative stance here, right? There's only positive. Approved, approved, approved. If at one point or at some point it's just not approved, the time has gone by, we understand. Okay, that would be a negative factor, but it won't harm your chances otherwise. either way, you're thinking 12 months, right? On that OPT, what's your long-term goal? That's something that should already be on your radar. So if you haven't thought about it, call us, have a consultation, because you do need to actively be planning your non-immigrant or immigrant status thereafter. You know, what's life after OPT? Very important.
What's life after OPT?
Yeah, I mean, it's so important.
What is life? Let me see. I was just looking this question up. So CF, take it off start. I'm going to pull this up because I was actually looking up for it. Yoruba. I'm from Nigeria, a partial ban country. I sent the RFE for my O1, and so far after 2 months, there has been no response at all. I'm also a UK citizen. Do you think it's because of the pause? No, because you're not from the ban that they're referring to, okay? Maybe you're from the 75 country ban. Let's look at that one. Maybe Nigeria is on there, but Nigeria is not on the one that's affected
But it
by
would be immigrant visas.
Correct. So okay. So Nigeria, Yoruba, is on the 75 country ban. There's so many bans. Trump is banning everybody. The 75 country ban is only for issuance of immigrant visas. That is green card, permanent residency. O1 visa is called non-immigrant, right? That one is not paused for you. It's paused for other countries. It's paused for 19 countries, but Nigeria is not one of the 19 countries it is paused for. So if you sent the RFE and it's premium, reach out to Premium Processing Office by email. And if it's not premium, within normal processing times, 2 months after an RFE is actually completely normal.
Right. But overall, a lot of those cases are taking about 10 to 12 months. So just be mindful of that. So I don't know how
But
long
not 10 to 12 months post RFE.
Post RFE, it shouldn't be.
No.
But if for whatever reason it, 4 months came in, and, follow the service request if you can. But step one, if it's premium, always contact the premium field, contact the premium department through that email address that they have, where they emailed you or should have emailed you a receipt notice at the beginning. And if not, you'll find it on the RFE as well, just to get an update. If it's not premium, you might have to sit and wait. But 10 to 12 months total processing time, no more than that.
So guess what? We got a response on the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is Denise Arjona. She is the 2 million YouTube channel. I just looked it up. It's like she does fun stuff. It seems like pranks. Seems cool.
If you both run the channel. So it depends your role.
Answer the question.
Oh my goodness. I'm just so excited.
I knew you were going to try and steal that question from me, just how you tried to steal Jordi and Estella from me. All right. So we're really interested, but I don't have publication. The press is that a problem. My channel has 20 million views per month. That's crazy. That's amazing. First of all, we want to get there. Now, here's the situation. So I'm going to jump to Bapona's question, who's your boyfriend, and then I'll jump to the other one. You can apply together. What I would do is I would do O1 for Denise and O2 maybe like content creation advisor or social media strategist or whatever, like some sort of like associated title. O2, what's the limitation? You can only work with Denise.
Yep.
So you'll basically go ahead and come in, and then you could go ahead and both work together on content creation. If you do not have press, Denise, here it is. If we don't have press, that's perfectly fine, but I'm going to want to see a lot of brand collaborations. Okay. So I'm talking like excess of 5, 6, 7 brand collaborations to be able to show that you have contracts with brands and you're getting paid for the content. And if you don't have the brand collaborations, then work potentially with a publicist in order to get press. Okay. So you want one or the other.
Yeah. Don't say no. Those opportunities to fall and have an interview, like, don't say no.
Is it okay? Was I allowed to answer that question?
Just say yes.
Go ahead.
Memorize?
Memo Reyes.
Oh, Memo Reyes. I like that.
Memo asks the same question every week, though.
Really?
Every week he asks the same question.
We're back at it.
It's the 245I question, Memo.
¿Se puede pasar la protección 245 y a mi esposa si no soy el principal, soy derivado? Era menor, mi papá, la aprobación, una I-140 en 1997, pero no sigue el trámite. Ahora soy B3 Skill Worker Permit derivados.
Go look at the Spanish. Ve a ver el programa en español que Gil contestó la semana pasada.
Yes,
because era una respuesta larga.
Before. And basically, this person, what they're asking is, can they extend their 245I protection if they were their derivative principal to someone who was under 245I? In some instances, you can. In others, you cannot. Email us.
No, look at en español, el canal en español. Gil contestó la semana pasada el jueves, Memo. Siento que te estoy regañando, pero me haces la misma pregunta todas las semanas. Let's see. Okay. Sorry, Alexis disappeared. Luigi, how long does it take to obtain work permission EAD from the I-45 receipt date? I'm usually seeing EADs after filing the I-45 within about 2 months. You okay? You want me to continue? Okay, I'll continue. Alexis is out for the count right now. Herta, if I move from H-1B to TN visa due to a layoff, how long do I have to return to my H-1B again? Lawyer said I cannot do it without going through the raffle again. Can't I do a recapture? All right, so assuming that I change status, let me work this through. I'm changing status H-1B to TN. The question is, and you did this because of a layoff, I'm assuming you had H-1B remaining time, that you didn't hit your maximum of 6 years. If you didn't hit your maximum of 6 years, you can certainly go back to the H-1B and recapture time. I don't see why not. Contact me and we'll try and, obviously I need a little more detail, but I'm pretty confident I could do a recapture of the time. As long as you didn't hit your 6 years, you can always recapture pretty much. Yeah, recapture the time.
Yeah, recapture the time.
Oh, that was smart. Is that what I have to do when I cough?
You like that?
Oh, I always cough and everyone could hear it, basically.
Look, here's try. Oh.
Wow. He's the tech guy in the office.
Movie magic. I'm the director. I know. What do we have here? Study kits. Studyitis.
Study it.
Study it
first.
Study it first. 348.
Ve, mijo.
Change of status to F1 pending. Program deferred to January 2027. Can I expect to get the F1 approved well in advance to commencement of class? Can renew driver's license with a change of status pending and until program starts. Okay, you did the right thing deferring. You always need to update that I-20 to a future date, usually the next program start date. Will it be approved before that? Maybe, maybe not. Those I-539s are taking some time to, let's see, what are the official processing times? But they do take some time, and there's nothing that you can do to change that. Let's see.
Which one are you looking for?
Oh, F1. It's not on here right now.
Oh, wow. It isn't on there.
Interesting. I mean, I know
that's odd, huh?
I know generally it takes 6 to 12 months. That's what I've seen with most clients. I want to get the most up to date, but it's not on there. So I don't know how long it's been pending, but I'd say if it's already close to that 10 to 12 month range, see if you can file service requests.
You okay?
Yes, I'm just a little choked up because can they renew their driver's license with a change of status pending?
That's why you're choked up.
Sorry, you probably can't. And each state and sometimes county is different in the way that they process those. What I've realized in the last 12 months, it's become a little bit more restrictive.
5 months. I think
F1
go back to
5
processing
months?
times. They changed it slightly. Click on the select one. No, next. Oh, why is yours not showing it?
Yeah.
Mine is showing it. Look.
Interesting.
Weird, huh?
You know what I've realized? It's are you using Safari?
I'm using Chrome.
Chrome? Yeah, this is Chrome.
Weird. Mine is saying 5 months, by the way.
Crazy. Yeah. It's the USCIS website's out of control. So yeah, if it's been pending, then so lower end 5-6 months, feel free to do in service requests to get an update. But if not, expect to defer again once more.
Let's see. So he or she provided some clarification. I have 19 months left for my H-1B. Yeah, you could recapture. Is it enough time to do a process for green card premium processing? It depends. So it's definitely enough time to do an EB1 premium processing and get a response and be good, but it's probably not enough time to do a perm or an EB2 and IW. So you may want to go ahead and recapture the H-1B time in order to be able to utilize that. And then after the H-1B, we can come up with a strategy in order to keep you in the United States. But yes, we can certainly do both.
I mean, I'd say do it at the same time, right? Like prepare the I-140
yep.
while you're preparing to request the recapture of time. That way you just either way have that. You want that additional time no matter what. It's definitely, it's great. I love that recapture because for H-1B being dual intent, there's never an issue of, hey, you file the I-140 and then recapture the time thereafter, get the extension. It's completely fine. Do it. There's no reason not to do both. It's like purchasing insurance.
There's also the element of if you have, it's good to mention here, if you get the approval of the I-140, but you're not current on the visa bulletin with AC-21, you could extend the H-1B past the 6 years.
Exactly.
So there's ways to do it, essentially.
H-1B is one of the best visas out there when it comes to long-term
Flexibility.
planning, flexibility for the, by the way, then your spouse who's on H-4 who couldn't work can now work also.
Correct.
If you have an I-140 approved.
Correct.
So there are a lot of little benefits there. Let's see. Any predictions on whether the April bulletin will retrogress or will stay current for DOF?
Listen to me. Don't be putting that negative energy out here into the atmosphere.
I have no idea. This is the truth. You never know what's going to happen from one month to the other. I'm assuming that there was such a jump last month that this month it will remain the same, or there will be some improvement again. That would be my prediction. But at the end of the day, it's truly 50-50. But doing this for several years now, I would say more than likely there is a slight increase. But I'm hoping for something better than that.
All righty, let's see. So Denise, our team already answered on how to contact. So contact us and we'll go ahead and do your case. Remember,
you could just hit Alexis. No, it's the first one on the list.
No. Oh, that is true. What a benefit you have. What a benefit you have.
All the benefits.
Let's see. Tien Holder. The expiration is May 30th, but my I-94 is valid until August 30th. My renewal appointment is on June 15th. Can I stay and work in the United States until June 15th? Yes, because your I-94 protects you until August 30th. That was a simple one.
Well, let's do another one then. Pavan Kumar asks, hello, I am from India and on an H-1B from last 15 years as a software developer. My date is current in EB2 based on my previous I-140. With my current employer, I am on the perm process. Can I try for an EB2 and IW? You could. You could definitely try. It's not going to affect your H-1B. It won't affect any other I-140 that you have.
He's saying to port the priority date.
Exactly. You could port the priority date and therefore test it out. I mean, what is your priority date would be my question, because the amount of time that the EB2 and IW is taking might be of concern. Again,
you think it'll retrogress?
Maybe. The only thing I can think of is, let's say it takes, 3 months to prepare the case. You do premium processing. It's 45 business days, so approximately 2.5 months. So you're talking about 6 months from now.
It won't retrogress.
It might still be.
I mean, maybe it retrogresses slightly, but still it's going to be much faster than his EB3, right?
Exactly. In theory. So that's why I'd say, what's your priority date? If you tell me it's 2 months left, I'm like, hey, maybe you want to wait. Very honest with you. But can you do the EB2 and IW? And you're saying, hey, I'm still a year, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, if it's a year, I'll honestly take a jab at it with the EB2 and IW. You're in software development, obviously a key industry. You've been 15 years here on H-1B, so you at the very least have 15 years of employment experience and the bachelor's. So it's a unique profile. You know, what is it that you do? Maybe you qualify for an EB1A. And so I'd say have a consultation with us to discuss a little bit about strategy on what to do, where to do. Maybe you're very close to an EB1A and that might be the better route for you. It just requires a little bit more on your end. It's worth the conversation. I
see exactly what you're saying, because you're saying, is there even a big difference between EB2 and EB3?
Exactly. So, I mean, currently
EB2 India, November 2014, EB3 August 2014. No, you make a great point. I was like, why is he saying that?
So I'd have to see it.
Yeah.
But if not, because it's India, so it'd be interesting to see it. And really go from there.
Here, look, priority date August 2013, and perm is applied in December 2025.
Oh, he just applied for the perm.
But how if the priority date is August 2013?
Because he didn't EB.
No. How? And no, what?
Did I misread that? Let's see. Priority date, August 2013. But
and
they
you applied for the perm in 2025? How is that possible?
The priority date, August 2013. Here, let's pull this back up. Current in EB2 based on a previous I-140. I guess there's a previous I-140 and this is a second process. Maybe they're considering 3 different things.
Yeah, maybe it's 3.
Yeah. What's that previous I-140? I'm assuming it's
The
not
previous
tied to the current perm.
Right. Is the previous I-130 also a perm with a different employer?
Sure.
So you've done perm, and now you're considering EB-2NIW?
Yeah, just clarify that point for us.
You might need a more specific consultation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Let's see. Angel, I'm going to renew my TN. Can my spouse go with me to the consular interview and get the renewal at the same time, or do I need to go first and then my spouse? The principal must go first or together with the spouse. So you can go first and then your spouse could go after, or you can go together with your spouse. But the spouse can never go to stamp before the principal.
Exactly. Here, this is a good question. So Jay Mendez, if someone is already in the United States with lawful status to apply for a change of status, is it advisable to pursue an O1 now or better wait until the current restrictions are lifted? I'm from Venezuela. So as long as you entered with a non-immigrant visa, let's say B1, B2, F1, any other, you can apply for an O1, change of status here in the United States. You can also do consular processing. Of course, as Venezuelan, you know that those decisions are currently on pause, the final decisions. But you can still apply. They can still review the case. They might even issue a request for evidence, possibly. But the final decision is delayed. It's paused. Now, what if you entered on ESTA? Then no, you cannot do a change of status. You would have to do consular processing. So always be mindful of the status you enter on in the United States. There are certain ones, such as ESTA, so the visa waiver program, where you're unable to do that here in the United States. So it's a good question. I'm assuming you entered as a tourist, and therefore that's why you would technically be eligible to file that change of status, but due to the pause against Venezuelan nationals, you won't have it approved maybe as soon as we would like. So apply if you feel like it. It won't harm you in any way, but do plan for not receiving a response for quite some time.
Alaya, I have a priority date from an EB3 that is current, but I'm no longer with that employer. I am from India. Can I use portability for a new NIW that I'm going to file next month? Yes, you can utilize the I-140 priority date as long as the petition wasn't revoked for fraud or misrepresentation. So if you just am no longer with the employee, even if they withdrew the petition, you can continue to use that priority date, and you can utilize it to port it to an EB to NIW petition.
Right, or even an EB3,
or another EB3,
another perm.
Correct.
Or an EB1. It's completely possible. It's a good question. That one we just, oops, I didn't unstar that one. Sorry. Here we go. Alejo Carrillo from Instagram asks, working in Colombia for a United States corporation remotely. Mid-year, I start on an F1 program. Can I keep working while studying and receiving pay in Colombia? We get this question all the time.
And we don't answer it live.
I will answer this live. I work remotely. I get paid remotely or outside the United States. The clients are not within the United States. Can I do it? You're working in the United States. Unless you have a work permit, you cannot work in the United States. That's the response. It's unfortunate. USCIS doesn't understand that just yet, but there is no way that you can legally work in the United States. It is remote work. People do it all the time. And I tell them, you are possibly, creating an issue for yourself. But legally, you cannot work.
I had coffee early today, team, which is why I don't have that one with me now. Let's see. Andrea, I'm currently waiting for an interview at the embassy for my EB-2NIW. If I get it by May, would it be a good idea to reschedule Bogota? Absolutely not. I want you to attend that interview. I want you to have it ready to go. What we're seeing out of Bogota, I'm assuming you're Colombian. What we're seeing out of Bogota is that they're basically telling the clients, hey, listen, everything looks great. You're pre-approved. Everything's perfectly fine. As soon as the ban is lifted, we will send you an email in order to collect your passport and stamp the immigrant visa. If you postpone that thing, you don't know when that immigration is coming, when that interview is going to roll back around, and then you potentially lose that opportunity. Go to the appointment. They're going to give you your passport back, so you won't have an issue with travel. Leave it all ready to go, so that you're one of the first in line. So that when they call they call you back to get your passport, you're already ready to go. Do not postpone that appointment. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Let's go to our main topic, no?
Well, let's answer this last one that we have here. Rumi, I think that says this letter is so tiny on this computer. Oh my goodness. Rummy.
You wear glasses that are like 6.8, dude, and you can't read that still?
So tiny. Is that I put everything so small on the screen.
You guys can't see how thick Alexis's glasses are.
I'm looking at your screen. You are like zoomed in.
It's like an eyebrow thickness.
These glasses are thick.
That's what I just said.
Is that I don't zoom in on the thing. Rumi HX. Good afternoon, Tropy attorneys. That sounds funny in English. Tropy attorneys. In Spanish, we're the Tropy abogados, the tropical
attorneys,
but the Tropy attorneys sounds very strange. Yeah, hence the flamingo background.
Yep.
And the exotic look on our faces. Good afternoon, Tropy attorneys. What do you think about the reestablished diplomatic relationship between the United States and Venezuela? Greetings, and I hope the Dr. Matza feels good now. The doctor feels good.
Struggling a little bit.
Getting better each day. Relations with Venezuela seem to be getting better each day, but they're not there yet. Consulate is still closed. The embassy is still closed. Until that reopens, I am not completely hopeful for the situation regarding the immigration status of many Venezuelans nationals who are here in the United States, unfortunately. Hopefully, maybe within the United States that will change first, right? At least the ability to get the change of status done and adjustment of status, at least get that going. But the consular relations, I mean, they could reactivate it in Bogota and Colombia the way they were before. That would be hopeful. But then again, Colombians are also facing their limits on immigrant visas. So it's an interesting time. I don't think if the situation changes in Colombia that it'll change for Venezuela unless the embassy in Venezuela reopens.
I mean, look, Rubio, I think like last week, he made a statement that they were opening diplomatic relations. He was having a meeting with the interim president.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got to think they're going to reopen very soon. I have to. There's no way they're doing all these actions, removing Maduro, and then not taking action in order to reopen the embassy. So I feel like it's going to be soon, personally.
At the end of the day, quickly as things are happening, the government is still slow as a snail on most things.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm always hesitant. But I wouldn't be surprised if we get some action because I know the State Department is actively working on it. You're getting that at least out in the news. Usually they won't say that unless that's the end goal, end game. But like everything right now, it's heads or tails. You tell me.
Let's go to our mini topic of the day. We'll crush this in about 5 minutes. And there's Gil.
Before you file.
5 questions that protect your immigration case. Wow. Gil is looking exotic. All right. So essentially, this is the point of this, and the point of what we're trying to get across here is that many of the individuals have come to us and said, I had a call today that was like, hey, listen, a call with you was taking 2 weeks, so I didn't want to wait that much time, so I just paid this notario to file my marriage-based case. Turns out they filed it completely incorrect, and now she has to wait for it to get back. It's going to take 3 times as long to whether she would have just done things the right way the first time. So with immigration, believe it or not, you have to be incredibly meticulous. And one error is going to ruin your timeline completely because we're living in a very tech savvy world. Whatever you wrote on your DS-160 last year, USCIS has access to. Whatever you wrote on a DS-260 at some point in your life, they have access to. So, and by the way, we're seeing it. I had an EB-2NIW denial, anecdotal. I had an EB-2NIW denial because on the EB-2NIW, client tells me, hey, I worked here from X date to X date. And then my denial said, on your DS-160, when you applied for a tourist visa 10 years ago, did I ever tell you about this one? 10 years ago, you said you started working there in 2004, but in your EB-290W, you said you started working there in 2006. So at some point you lied to us.
Incredible.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's, yes, you want to file fast, and I understand. We can help you file fast, but file fast does not mean tomorrow. Okay. Things need to be done very meticulously, because the more the technology improves, the more any little change can affect your petition.
It's nuanced details that matter.
Yeah.
It really does. And knowing your own immigration history, you're going to know it better than anyone else. Conveying it to the attorney, marking, what they say, crossing your T's, dotting your I's, very, very, very important at this point. So it's not a matter of just reviewing the forms. We filed it. There's information, move on. Hey, this is your life. You really have to take a look at it, convey it. If you feel that there are two right answers, let the attorney know.
Mm-hmm.
Let the attorney know so they can discuss that with you. I had a client never said that they were not married, but had signed this document. I'm like, well, does that mean that you're married in your home country, or it's like a common law marriage? Like, what is that about? Because that will be considered. And thankfully, I don't think it's an issue, but how do you say that the day before an interview rather than at the beginning of a process? To file sooner? I mean, this is a serious process. You are filing for citizenship or residency, for another country, or to go work or live or study in another country. The same would be true if me as a United States citizen wanted to go to your home country and enter. It would be just as serious, right? So you have to treat it as such. And therefore, don't look past it. Don't think you could get by with, a white lie. It doesn't exist. Talk to me, talk to Stephanie, talk to your attorney about it first. Let us decide what is important, what is not. That's just the truth. We're going to file quickly. We don't want you sitting around all day. There's no benefit for us for having a case here months on end that we could do in a month or in a week or in 3 months, whatever the time frame is that's appropriate for that case. Trust us. We're trying to get it out of here. We got to do it right.
I'll give you another example from last week. Individual came to me and said, hey, I've been filing this 01 petition with another attorney. I've done it twice. It's gotten kicked back from immigration twice.
Wow.
So now this person has no lawful status. Their I-94 has since expired. And it was all because the attorney was missing one box on the form. The box about the 25 employees.
Wow.
Yeah. So I looked at it, I saw it, and I was like, that's the issue. That's the missing thing. And now the person's without status. So the person has to leave the United States. It's a real headache, right? So it's not just form filling. It's really not. It has to be really meticulous.
Absolutely.
Actually, can you go back a slide?
Here, I could take it back. Oh, you got it?
Here, I found it. I didn't realize we could.
Yep.
So if you're on a crunch for time, okay, you have your I-94, it's about to expire. You have a TPS designation that's now in legal limbo. You have an OPT period that's ending. I get it. Believe me. We have quickie solutions. We could change you to an F1, a change of status pretty quickly. We can do an extension of your B2 if we just need to buy time. But I don't want to rush an O1 or an EB1 or an EB2NIW case in a week just because your I-94 is expiring. That's not realistic, and you're not going to get good results that way. And let's be honest, no matter who you're doing an EB1 with, they're expensive. Okay. So you're not going to spend all that money to not do a good job. Let's find temporary band-aids or exit and re-enter. We'll find temporary solutions, but the idea is contact the attorney as soon as possible so you're not pressed up on an I-94 date.
This is why planning is so important. Yeah. And I said earlier today, there's someone that's considering an OPT. Usually OPTs for 1 year. There's exceptions to OPT, but generally OPT lasts 1 year and there's a 60-day grace period. Start now to plan for the future. Why? Because this is about time and this is about money for you. For us, it's about the same thing. So therefore, yes, we want to file. We want to do this right. Now, you want me to offer you and do 5 different things, visa services. Let's go for it. Thank you very much. But if we could have done it with 2 or 1,
right?
Why not?
Right.
I mean, very transparent in what we can offer. But of course, that's part of it. If you're coming here at the end and you're saying, well, I got this much time, well, this is what's available to you. And sometimes departing the United States might be the right route and then re-entering. So, that strategy component, it's worth everything because it's going to help give you guidance on what the next steps are. now and in the future.
Let's speak to that point on the screen that says advice from friends. I'm going to tell you, never listen to your friends, especially when it comes to immigration. Jesus, if I would be rich, if I heard all the times, well, my friend told me to do this. And I'm like, oh yeah, your friend's an immigration attorney.
You know what's funny? Like people say, I have the same case as my friend. And
no, you don't.
I know who that friend is. I'm like, they didn't even apply for the visa you're referring to. They got married to someone. But did your friend tell you that? And you know, you can't say that, of course. Oh, you can.
Did your friend tell you that?
Yeah, no, it's because, well, number one, not because it's rude, but rather client confidentiality. I'll never do that to a client. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, you just don't know, do you? And sometimes the person might have a better career, or it's very
documented.
Sure. Or it's the same case, but they applied 4 years ago when it was easy, or they applied a year ago when it was harder, and you actually can do something else that's even better. Listen to your friends, get some context. Hey, that's how you found out about us. I'm not going to knock your friends. They're good. They're good people.
I'm going to
well-intended, but you're contacting us for a reason. You want to feel the pulse. You need to understand, hey, go to AI, draft your own case. Good luck. AI is not going to tell you this is our experience the last 20 years. Yeah. It's just not going to happen. AI is not going to tell you what's the pulse today. It's not going to happen, right? That's why we're here. We're here to give you the options, the strategy, and then, hey, guess what? We happen to be really good at drafting as well.
I was going to take a different angle, but that's all perfectly accurate. The advice of the friends, which is often file an asylum to buy yourself time. How many people do we hear every single day? Yeah, just file the asylum to buy yourself time. You get a quick work permit. Let me explain. Okay. Asylum is lawful presence, not lawful status. So you're going to come in as a tourist and you're going to file your asylum and you're like, yes, I got a quickie work permit. But once you have asylum, yeah, you're legally present in the US, but you don't have a status. And when you don't have a status, you cannot change that status. So you cannot file an asylum to buy yourself time to file an O1, an H1B, an EB-29W, an EB-1, an EB-2, a PERM. You cannot change from asylum to any of those options. So don't listen to your friend when they say file the asylum and then figure out what you're going to do. That is not how that works. The only thing that takes you out of the asylum is marriage to a US citizen. And I'm not marrying anyone at this time. So asylum, a lot of people use that and try and think that's my way to buy time. It is not. Do not apply for asylum as a way to buy time. That's not the way.
And for those who think, well, you know, I'm going to file an I-140. And it's true, you get the I-140 approved while the asylum's pending. When it comes time to apply for the green card, which is a separate application, right? So it's usually a 2 or 3 step process. Well, when you get to that final step, the only way is consular. You're going to have to depart the United States. Good luck. That might be a tough interview. Or with an immigration judge. Good luck. There's discretion. You got to convince that that judge of everything in the process. So are there ways? Yes, but it's not with USCIS. It isn't straightforward and it isn't guaranteed. And that's only for immigrant visas.
That kind of goes to this point, Alexis, which is we need to maintain continuity of your lawful presence and more importantly, your lawful non-immigrant status. And a strong case can still lose if you have a status problem. That's completely accurate. Like you can have a beautiful EB-1, but if you never maintain status, there's no case there, right? Absolutely. So it's very, very important to really plan this with time. The idea is just give yourself time. Don't rush these things because these things do really take time.
Absolutely. So just know it's going to take time. It's going to get you there. Things like RFEs, request for evidence, NOIDs, notice of intent to deny. Those can pop up and further delay the final decision. And so that's why it's always very important to be strategic in how you plan. Sometimes you want to get a decision before your current status expires because then you know that you might need to extend it. And that's unfortunate, but at least you know, and it doesn't disrupt your life. I get this all the time from some clients or prospective clients where they're at the end of their status or they already filed something. They didn't get the decision they want. And they're like, what can I do? I can't leave. I have commitments in the United States, auto loan, my bank, my business, my child starting school. rent, you might have to leave.
Yeah.
And it's difficult.
Yep.
And it's not only from a status standpoint, guess what? You can come back, but that's financially difficult to make a fast transition, hurt your credit, hurt your, loans, issues with family. There's a lot that goes into it. So I ask people, don't sell yourself short, plan for this. That's why we're here. Even if you don't have a case or you don't think you have a case, let's guide you. Let's prepare for that day. That's what we're here for. That's why we do this for free. It's more of information. None of this is truly legal advice, by the way, though we're attorneys. But if you want legal advice, you got to contact us.
I think that's about it as far as the timing sector. No, not yet. We have like 2 more questions.
Oh, let's go for it.
Let's jump back. Let's get the last couple of questions. Before we end for the day, guys. We have a question from Roberto Mireles. How long is taking the perm approval if it was filed March 2026? Perms with Department of Labor currently are taking about 13 to 14 months. Prepárate.
Prepare yourself.
Prepare yourself. Do you want to answer some? Or are you just going to hold on to the
no,
deals button? You want me to just burn through? Okay, great. Luz, I filed my O1 on November 4th. I haven't received a response. I'm Venezuelan. That's why you haven't received a response. Do not file premium. They will not respect premium because you're Venezuelan. If you're 180 days, no, you're fine because your O1 petition was lawfully filed on time prior to the November 7th. I'm assuming November 7th would be 2021. Margaret says, hello. Hi, everyone. Oh, you're just letting me just burn through all these questions. I love that. Okay, great. I'm from Venezuela, but I have Spanish citizenship and an O1 visa. My EB1 was approved. Can I file for adjustment of status, or do you need to wait till all the pause is lifted? You could file for the adjustment of status, but you're likely not going to get a final decision. But you could still file it, and that'll preserve your non-immigrant status and your lawful presence within the United States. So absolutely file it if you can. And then last question. My son has an F1 visa. When can he start an EB-29W? He's studying mathematics. You need at least a bachelor's plus 5 years of experience or a master's degree. So take that into consideration when doing an EB-29W.
Highly recommended because the other option is more than 10 years of experience is going to be really, really, really recommended. Maybe he's more of an EB1. Maybe he's going to pursue a master's and PhD. I know a lot of people tend to do that with mathematics. And so that's a more scholarly route. Articles. EB1A. So consider other options. Have your son give us a call.
Yeah, have your son give us a call so he can plan for it.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's worth planning. We've been saying this all day.
Literally.
Plan. Whoops. That's the closest I could get to plan.
What are you talking about? Bye, everyone. Thank you so much. Remember, the Spanish show is every Thursday at 12 noon here on YouTube. Get us to 2 million. We got to be like Denise.
Yeah. Love you guys. See you out on the streets or on Thursday.
Like Estella. And Yuri. That's not Alexis, guys.